Hi everyone! Today we are going to swatch the special edition Schmincke Botanical set. Now, it comes in this corrugated metal looking tin. Got a nice mixing well there. An unfriendly one there. Got little mixing wells here. I actually really like those. And then of course you have all your colors. Now, with these special edition tins, I was pre-warned, so thank goodness, but the edge of this tin is like a weapon. So I'm going to put some washi tape on that. Of course, I can pop this out and have more mixing room. Oh, that is sharp. I'm just running my finger over it. So it did come with a little swatch chart. Of course, I had to fill it in myself. I'm going to still swatch on this so I can keep it in my tin. But I'll also be swatching here on my Etcher cold press 100% cotton sketchbook because this is what I typically paint on, so I want to swatch on what I paint. Or yeah, I think that's proper English. As you can see, there are some empty spots, so I do have some Schmincke tubes, and I think it'll be fun to first swatch all these pretty colors. And then I can eventually add with my Schmincke tubes, and I have spare half pans, extra colors I want to round out this botanical set. And then I can just take this on the go, and this be my little dedicated one. So it does come with a lemon yellow, Turner's yellow, Saturn red, permanent carmine. Is that what that is? Yeah. Ultramarine Finest, a Prussian blue, I love their Prussian blue, May green, permanent green olive, what on the word? Oh, transparent green gold, which I don't have and I'm very interested to see, quinacridone gold hue, very interested to see that one, burnt sienna, and sepia brown. Now, just a few of these colors I already have in tubes, but I actually don't have too much overlap. And I'm okay with that because this is just a special edition tin. Fun to try. And again, like I said, I will probably be adding more and making this an 18 count. Maybe less. I don't know. Let's see what colors we get out of this. I may not have to make anything. So I'm going to unwrap all of these itty bitty little things. Oh, gotta love it. I think they do have it. Yeah, I will have to write the actual name on the half pan, and then I'll get these all back in there, and then we will come and swatch together. So I shall return. Okay, everything's unwrapped. I spritzed my paints just to kind of help activate them. Again, I'm working in my Etcher cold press, and I think today I am going to swatch with my number 10 Silver Black Velvet Round. Just because it's a teensy bit smaller, and these are half pans. Now, if these were like full pans, like Roman Schmal, I'd probably grab my big beefy brush because I love big brushes. All right, here is Lemon Yellow, which is PY3. That's lovely. Okay, this is Turner's Yellow, which is PY216. I've never tried this one. Really like it though. Okay. Saturn Red, that's another color I have not tried yet. And it's PO64. Very nice. I like these single pigments. Okay, Permanent Carmine. PV19. Oh wow, that one's, let me dry off my brush. A little too much in there, but I just kind of want to see. I purposely go outside of the lines, by the way, if you're new to my channel. I want to go over my stamp to make sure that, you know, test the opacity myself kind of thing. All right, Ultramarine Finest, PB29. I don't have this color, but I like it. Okay, Prussian Blue, PB27. I do have their tube of Prussian Blue. Oh wow, that's even prettier than I remember it. Okay, May Green. I also have their tube of, this is PY151 and PG7. Okay, Permanent Green Olive. This is PO62 and PG7. Wow, that's I wouldn't really call that an olive color. When I think of olive, I think something a little more yellowish, but let's see how it dries, of course. All right, Transparent Green Gold. I don't have this one. This is PY154 and PBR7. Now, I like that one. It has more of that yellowish undertone, which I would expect. Okay, Quinacridone Gold Hue. This is PY150 and PR101. Oh, I love quinacridones. Burnt Sienna, PR101 and PBK9. Let's get a little more color. I need to tighten the things a little more. The tongs. Okay, Sepia Brown. This is PB15, PBR7, and PBK9. So this should be really dark and luscious. And it is. Get a little bit more over here. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do now that we have them laid out, I'm going to dry them real fast, and then I'll show you them dry, because dry is always different than wet. Okay, so we're all dry. I mean, there's a little bit of wetness on my May Green, but it's fine. Okay, so as you can see, most of these are pretty transparent, except this Turner's Yellow. It does have some opacity to it. Not too bad though. However, I'm not a big fan of that color. I don't know, I have to play with it a little bit. The Permanent Carmine is pretty pinky, but it is PV19, so that's kind of to be expected. And this is a botanical set, you know, but I always like to see if they're giving me sort of a selection of primaries so I can keep mixing, and they did. So that should work out just fine. This Saturn Red is actually really pretty orange. I would definitely water it down quite a bit though to play with it. So the May Green I really like, but I'm probably going to tone it down with one of these colors. It's just a little too, whoa, it's bright. The Permanent Green Olive I like better once dry. When it was wet, it looked a lot different to me. And it's a pretty color, and I bet you that one would wash down really nicely as well. The Transparent Green Gold, I really like this color, and it would even mix well with these greens. And it's just, yeah, I really enjoy that one. The Quinacridone Gold Hue also would mix well with these greens, but is a really pretty color. I like the slight texture and granulation you get from this sepia brown. It's very minor, but if I were to add more water, I'd probably see more. Burnt Sienna, I like this. I always like to have kind of a warmer brown and then a cooler brown in my palette, and I've got both so that I can tame down other colors. Now, if I was going to be lazy and just add colors that I need to paint with, I would definitely need to add a purple. Yes, I can make a purple, but we're talking if I was lazy. Because remember, I have those extra spots, so I can add more of my convenience type colors. So I'll definitely add a purple, probably a dioxazine purple of some kind. I do want to add in another pink, or I say another because this is kind of pinkish. So yeah, I would like to add another of that. I would probably add in another green that I have. And really, that's about it. I may add to, yeah, honestly, I wouldn't add much else. A lot of these I can play and mix with, but you know, like I said, I'm looking at the lazy standpoint because I know I can mix colors and I know color mixing, but just because you can do it doesn't mean you have to do it. That's my motto. And while I could mix a purple, I don't feel like it, so I want a purple. But yeah, I really do like these. So probably a purple for sure, a pink, maybe their magenta. I do like their magenta. And then probably another green, just for convenience. And then I'd just go from there. But overall, this is a really pretty well-balanced set because you can make purple. You know, you already have something you can wash out to in a pink. And then you have a lot of colors that can help neutralize. So I do like the palette they gave. I love that a lot of these are single pigment, so that's nice because, you know, the more pigments you add, the messier it's gonna get. So I do like that there's a good chunk of single pigment paints in here. And this does work for a botanical set. So that's the thing. I know most people think of like purples and pinks and all that, but you got to remember when these companies create botanical sets, they're not creating like ready-made. They plan on you mixing. So they're trying to find a balance of colors that will work well once mixing together. So that's the important thing to keep in mind when you're getting these little curated sets, because you might be like, well, where's my pink? Where's my purple? Schmincke wants you to mix. But that's what open stock is for. So I really like this set. Like I said, a few of these colors I already own, including the May Green. Out of the tube, though, it does look a tiny bit different. But this will be a fun palette to play with. I'm probably going to add like 3 colors for sure. And then, yeah, I will use this to kind of become my special botanical palette. I do need to put that tape on there. I scratched myself putting these in here. Why do they make, for a specialty palette, why do they make this such a weapon? That's what I want to know. But thank you for hanging out with me while we swatched the Schmincke Botanical set. These do go on sale at Jackson's Art, so I would just keep an eye out for a Schmincke set sale or Schmincke sale. For all I know, they'll be in the Black Friday sale. So if you really want some Schmincke paints or you want a well-rounded botanical set, this is definitely a well-rounded botanical set. So thanks for hanging out and checking out some swatches, and until next time, take care. Bye now.